Are you thinking to change your host family because they don't treat you well, or they don't give you food enough, or just because you don't get along well? Then keep watching the video because I am going to tell you my experience changing host family for 3 times. Yes. I will give you just a little summary how I ended up in Denmark, okay? Before Denmark, I was in France as a Spanish teacher assistant. My visa was for 9 months in France. And after that, I knew that I didn't want to go back home. So I decided to be au pair in Denmark. Well, I was thinking to be au pair in Italy or France or Germany, but at the end I chose Denmark because of many reasons, Scandinavian culture. There is a huge au pair community in Denmark. There are so many laws that supports au pairs and so on. In France, I contact a family, Danish family. They paid my flight ticket from France to Denmark. They lived in Herning, that's in Jutland, 1 hour far from Aarhus. And this family, the mom picked me up in the airport, and I was living with them for 1.5 months after the family asked me to look for another family, because it is just a stupid reason. I don't really get why. But as I said, everything happens for a reason, for something. They told me to travel together to Spain because they want me to translate into Spanish, right? Spanish is my mother tongue. And I said, yes, of course, why not? I've never been in Spain, that would be wonderful. But just the day of the travel in the morning, I got my period. Yes, I got it. And just that day, I felt so bad. Like, they thought I was super sick. The mom told me, you can join us tomorrow, you can take another flight. And I said, no, it's fine, I'm totally fine, this is normal, it's only the first day, it's my period. And at the end, she left home, and the father arrived 2 hours later and told me, Fami, we need to talk. We seated on the table, and he told me, I think this is not gonna work for us. I changed your flight, so my mom is going in your place. So grandma was going with them, and he said, you should look for another family. This is not working for us. The kids doesn't like you now, like more than 1 month. It was their first time having an au pair. It was my first time being an au pair, so we were trying to figure out how this worked, maybe that's why. And also he let me know that I was a sick person. But before the period, it was just a period, Before the period, I got a sore throat. I couldn't talk a lot. I was kind of sick as well. But those were just changes that the body needs in the first month when you move abroad. That's reasonable. But he didn't understand, maybe because he never lived abroad. Yeah. And that happened. So while they were in Spain, I was looking for other host families. And then I said, okay, I wanna live in the capital, in Copenhagen. These 2 months in Herning, it was pretty small place that I never meet anyone else. I was totally alone. I was also feeling homesick, yes, because I was alone, you know. In France, I met other people, but he was super small, and I said, so I prioritize my time for families in Copenhagen, and I found one, and after 2 weeks, I think, yeah, after 2 weeks I found one. So there were more possibilities because I was already in Denmark, you know. So this family, my visa expired in June. My visa from France, I mean, in June 20 or 18, something like that. Just the day of the expiration, we sent the application to city. Yes. I did it. I was like, time was playing against me. I went to this family. I was for 2 or 3 days, and then I told the mom I am going back to Herning to bring my stuff, but before going there I'm going to another place to see a friend, to re-meet a friend, because I met her in Bolivia. And she said, yeah, it's fine, no worries. But it took me like a week to go there, then you see. And then in these days, she sent me a long message saying, Fami, I don't think we're a good match. You are not the person we're looking for. We ask you to look for another family. And I was like, why this happened to me? Again, I was really down, low energies. I was feeling so bad. I was super alone in a foreign country. I didn't know anyone. I did all this by myself. So I said, okay, no worries. And she said, but you can still live with us until you find another family. I will not call Siri to cancel the process until you find, I give you a month. No, she didn't say I give you a month. She just say, look for another family. What? So I was living at her house for free, and she was giving me food. Yeah. And she has a au pair from Kenya. So that's why, you know. And yeah, and the family has 1 year old, 2 years old kid, 2 and 4, I think. They were super. I need to change the diapers, and I didn't want that. So I said, yeah. They are not my family either. And so to find another family, like the third family, it took me a month. Yeah, because I was with low energy. I didn't know if to stay in Denmark or go back home. I was super sad, crying all nights with hugging my pillow. The uncertainty to know if the visa will be approved or not. The uncertainty to know if I will find another family. It was very hard time, but at the end I found 3 families. One was in the north. I meet them in person, and it was too far from Copenhagen, and yeah, the house was too big. Like, no, this is not my ideal family. I can still wait. Yeah, I was really focused on finding my ideal family. It took a lot of time, as you see, but it was worth it. And then the other family was in the south, close to the airport. She was from Sweden, and the father Danish. And yeah, she has 2 kids, but the house was very small, and the au pair's room was super limited, like, I don't know, 2 meters, super limited, and it was just close to the kitchen. Yeah, in the ground floor. You don't have privacy there. So But I was just hoping because of the visa, you know. And then the other family lives in Frederiksberg, and she is Colombian and the father is Danish. The kid is 5 and 10 years old, I think. Yeah, I didn't match a lot with the mom. I don't know, her face was like but anyways, I was just hoping for the visa, you know. And yeah, so I at the end, this mom in Copenhagen told me, Fami, I give you until this week. If you don't submit your application to city, then I will cancel the process. I'm so sorry, but I will cancel the process because I need another. I already have my au pair. She said she found another au pair, and I want to submit the application. And I said, okay, Anna, just wait. Today I'm sending the application today. Please just wait for the confirmation. So the family in Frederiksberg, we submitted the application, and 1 week or 3 days after, I moved to live with them. And yeah, you know that it's not allowed to have to pay, like the family pay you. But my first family in Herning, they did pay me for these 2 months living with them in my cash, you know. But this family, the mom just gave me 100 crowns per week. Yeah, anyways, I said thank you so much, like keep smiling. Yeah, and after 1.5 months or 1 month, I think, I don't know, the mom told me, Fami, we need to talk. And there I got a feeling, I know this situation. Yes, I was expecting that, and I was like grateful because I didn't get along well with the mom. The basement was super dark and limited, and yeah, and the food was also limited. Yeah, like I had to cook a lot as well, and I always say everything happens for a reason. And she told me, so Fami, we wanted to have an au pair because I applied to a job and they answered me. They said that they didn't accept my application. So I am going to stay at home taking care of the kids, and also Thomas, the father, you know. He's changing companies, firma. I need to be there with him. So this year we will not have au pair, so you need to look for another host family. And there I was like, okay. There I changed my attitude. Like before, I was with a low attitude, pessimistic, and this time I was like, I got a clear idea. I told myself I want to live the experience as an au pair in Denmark. I want to stay in Denmark. I want to explore the Scandinavian culture. I got the clear idea, so I told myself I would get the visa. I will get my ideal family will come to me. So with this positive and optimistic attitude, in 1 and 2 days, I got 2 families interested on my profile. I found them, and I was yes. Yeah, the first family was in the north, and yeah, they have how do you say? Kids were teenagers, and they showed me the au pair's room, and it was not the au pair's room, it was just a deposit. They say, here will be your bed, here will be like this, we will take off this stuff. And yeah, it was not nice. And also they have a big dog that has a lot of hair. I was like, I would not live with this, I can't stand. I never grew up with a dog, to be honest. I never had cats, neither dogs at home. So, and the dog was super big for me, and I said okay, yeah, but they were not willing to start the process from the beginning for me. So they say, could you tell your host family that they don't cancel the process, so we don't want to start again? But Juliana didn't want. So, and the next family was this one in Klampen. With this family, it was everything magical, you know. Starting with that we never make a video call, either a voice call, nothing. The mom, I wrote the mom, I saw her post on the Facebook group, and I wrote her my profile and everything, and she said, yeah, she's interested in my profile and we can meet. So before coming to their house, I was on the train station. I remember this, and I believe in law of attraction. I believe in that affirmations are powerful. What you said, you know, becomes real. So I remember I was on the train station and I record myself like saying, I don't chase, I attract. Everything that is for me, it will come, it will arrive.
Y una frase que dice, vive la vida que quieres, no la vida que te toca. Y pues la vida que deseo vivir es la de ser au pair en Dinamarca. Por favor, universo, dame la oportunidad de ser au pair, que ya termine el proceso, que acabe y que pueda recibir la noticia de que la confirmación de la visa. Sí, por favor. Yo no persigo, yo atraigo lo que me pertenece, me llegará siempre.
So please, universe, if this family is the right one, they will want to start the process from the beginning. They will be willing to help me on everything. I said that on the video, and then when we met in person here in the house, we got such a connection, you know. And also, yeah, before coming to this interview, I was preparing myself some Danish phrases I know, like introducing myself in Danish or the basic words in Danish, just to impress them. And they were, wow, and you didn't even go to the school. They were really impressed, and they were willing to take me. And when do you want to start? The father said, and I said, don't you have another applicant? And the mother said, we had a Brazilian girl, but she never appeared, she never replied back. So whenever you want, she said. And I was, yay! I found, because they showed me the basement, the au pair's room, you know, and that was the ideal room I was looking for. It's essential, it's important, because you will live there, you will sleep there. And so yeah, they were willing to help me, and the kids were 4 and 6 years old, so they were old enough to be independent. And the house is pretty nice. You should look the video house tour, the au pair house tour, and see this beautiful house. The father loves hunting, as you see some animals on the background. It's very beautiful. So don't be afraid to change your host family until you find your proper one, your ideal one. It really exists. You should first you should have a clear idea in your mind how you want your family. Here in your mind, everything happens here in your mind, and after this it will arrive, it will manifest in your reality, in your real life, here and there. So yes, that was my experience changing 3 times until I arrived to the ideal one. It exists. The perfect family, it really exists. So I encourage you to speak out whatever you don't feel like with your family. Yeah, also with this family, the first 2-3 months we were trying to know each other, you know, and always speak out. In my way to speak out is to write first all my feelings, what I like and don't like, and then read it to them. Yes, so that way I don't forget what I wanted to say, right? Yeah, so that was my experience changing host family until find my ideal family. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please share, like it, and subscribe. Have a wonderful day, and send you a big hug. Hi.